In a world of sound and color, what makes a silent black and white film from 1922 still send shivers down our spine? Dive with me into the heart of darkness as we explore the timeless terror of Nosferatu. Nosferatu, a symphony of horror. Released in 1922, this silent masterpiece by F.W. Murnau isn't just a tale of a menacing vampire. It's a story of love, sacrifice, and obsession, with characters like the naive Hutter, the tormented Ellen, the eerie Knock, and the haunting presence of Count Orlok. But here's an intriguing tidbit. Nosferatu was never meant to see the light of day. Created as an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the film faced legal battles that nearly erased it from history. Yet, like its immortal vampire, it refused to stay in the shadows. 1922. The roaring 20s were in full swing. Jazz music echoed through the streets, flapper dresses were the rage, and the world was rapidly changing. It was a year of innovation and discovery. The first insulin treatment was saving lives. The majestic Lincoln Memorial was dedicated in Washington, D.C., and the world watched in awe as the tomb of Tutankhamun was unveiled. And amidst this backdrop of change and progress, a silent film from Germany was about to redefine horror for generations to come. Like any great film, the magic of Nosferatu isn't just in the final product. It's in the stories, challenges, and mysteries that surrounded its creation. Directed by the visionary F.W. Murnau, Nosferatu was a daring venture into uncharted cinematic territory. Murnau's innovative use of shadow and light transformed simple sets into landscapes of dread. But perhaps the most enigmatic figure of all was Max Schreck, the man behind the vampire. His portrayal of Count Orlok was so chilling, rumors swirled that he might be a real vampire. While these tales are, of course, mere myths, they added to the film's eerie legacy. And then there's the tale of the film's almost demise. Due to its unauthorized adaptation of Dracula, stalkers here sought to destroy every copy, but Nosferatu proved as elusive as its titular character, surviving to haunt and inspire. In an era without sound, silent films had to communicate purely through visuals. Every gesture, expression, and shadow was pivotal in conveying emotion and narrative. Nosferatu took this visual storytelling to new heights. Without a spoken word, it managed to instill an ever-present dread, its secret, masterful use of German Expressionism. German Expressionism was an art movement characterized by its distorted shapes, high contrasts, and often a sense of unease. Nosferatu borrowed from this style, turning ordinary scenes into nightmares. But visuals weren't its only tool. The film's haunting score played a pivotal role. In a silent era, music was the voice, the whisper in the dark, guiding our emotions. When we delve into the chilling world of Nosferatu, certain scenes stand out not just for their horror, but also for their craftsmanship. Take this entrance by Orlok. The slow, deliberate pace, the anticipation, its pure, unadulterated suspense without a word spoken. Then there's this oddly endearing moment. Nosferatu, the feared vampire, taking the time to transport his cursed earth. It's a blend of the macabre and the mundane, a scene that's both eerie and, in a way, comically relatable. The ship journey to Wisborg is a masterclass in atmospheric horror. The tight confines of the ship, the sense of isolation, and Orlok's haunting presence create a sense of impending doom. It's a journey no passenger would ever forget. Some scenes don't need a character, just their shadow. This ascent by Orlok's silhouette is one of cinema's most iconic moments. With just light and darkness, Murnau crafts a scene that's more terrifying than most modern jump scares. And in the end, after all the terror and suspense, it's the first rays of dawn that become Orlok's undoing. A scene that reminds us of the age-old battle between light and darkness, good and evil. It's a fitting and poetic end to a cinematic nightmare. Modern horror has given us fast-paced chases, CGI monsters, and intense soundtracks. But amidst all this, why does a silent film from 1922 still resonate with us? It's because Nosferatu left a legacy that's hard to ignore. Its fingerprints are everywhere, from the brooding vampires of today to the atmospheric horror films that rely on mood rather than shock. Count Orlok has been reimagined, referenced, and revered in countless ways. He stands as a testament to the timeless appeal of the classic monster, a creature of the night that continues to haunt our collective imagination. As we celebrate the innovations of modern cinema, it's essential to honor the classics that paved the way. Nosferatu reminds us that true horror transcends time and its shadows linger long after the credits roll. Watching Nosferatu for the first time was an experience unlike any other. In a world dominated by CGI monsters and jump scares, I found myself captivated by a film nearly a century old. There were moments that sent genuine shivers down my spine, moments where I marveled at the artistry of a bygone era, and moments where I realized that true horror doesn't always need to shout. It can whisper, it can hint, it can linger in the shadows. In today's films, we're often told what to feel. A loud noise jolts us, a sudden appearance shocks us, but Nosferatu, it invites us to feel, to imagine, to let our own fears fill the silence. I walked away from Nosferatu with a deeper appreciation for the roots of horror cinema, and a reminder that sometimes the oldest tales are the most enduring. It's a film that doesn't just belong to the 1920s, it belongs to all of us who've ever been intrigued by the mysteries of the night. As we journey back from the haunting world of Nosferatu, it's clear that some tales, some images, transcend time. This silent masterpiece from 1922 has not only shaped the face of horror cinema, but has also etched itself into our collective consciousness. Almost a century later, Count Orlok's chilling visage, Murnau's pioneering direction, and the film's atmospheric dread remain as compelling as ever. If Nosferatu teaches us anything, it's that true art endures. Whether you're a seasoned horror aficionado or new to the genre, I urge you to explore this classic, to experience the silent symphony of horror that continues to resonate. And if you've enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Join me as we continue to delve into cinematic gems, old and new, and uncover the stories behind the stories.